Hello, everybody. Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw. And we have an announcement from Pokemon Unite. We would like to share a notice regarding upcoming changes to matchmaking in Season 24 of Ranked Battles. Yes, we are talking about matchmaking changes in Pokemon Unite. I kind of can't believe we're having a discussion about matchmaking, and here we are. Thank you for your continued support and valuable feedback on Pokemon Unite. We've received your feedback on the matchmaking system. It took a little while, starting with Season 24, releasing December 5th. We'll be testing some improvements. Pokemon Unite's matchmaking system is based on an internal metric called Matchmaking Rating, MMR. This metric considers factors such as win rate, win and loss streaks, and current rank points. However, since trainers can't see their MMR, this system can feel unclear and at times frustrating. To help resolve this, we're making 3 key changes to the season. Master rank rating adjustments. Oh, baby. Here we go. Previously, the master rank system made climbing to 1600 master rank points relatively easy, even with some losses. Yeah. In fact, you could lose essentially the whole way. This provided trainers a clear goal. However, this often caused ratings to poorly reflect trainers' actual skill. With this update, we're adjusting the rating gain and loss values. Trainers will now need to demonstrate their skills earlier to achieve higher ratings, which should make the system more accurate. Okay, so expert and below, no changes. In master rank, a win used to give you 12, now it gives you 11, and a loss would give you -6, now it gives you -8. That's from 12 to 13.99. From 14 to 15, it is now even, +9 -9. Previously, it was +9 -6. From 16 to 17, +9 -9. Previously, +9 -9. Higher, you will get at 1800, it's +9 -10. Whereas before it was even. Now, then it's +9 -11 at 2000 and above, and +9 -12 at 2200 and above. Here we go. Switching to master rank ratings for matchmaking. Oh my, we're moving away from MMR based matchmaking and instead switching to a system that only uses master rank ratings. This aims to make things more straightforward and transparent. So now, no longer will you be as easily... I'll keep reading and I'll talk about this. Previously, long win or loss streaks could result in being matched with trainers whose ratings differ significantly from yours. With this change, this should happen less often. While there are some trade-offs to this, we'll carefully monitor your feedback and adjust as needed. Matchmaking time changes. Until now, we've made matchmaking range adjustments based on past data, but in the upcoming season, we'll be trying different settings. To match trainers with opponents closer in rating, we must narrow the matchmaking range. This may increase matchmaking wait times. It absolutely will. If this is done properly, it absolutely will. I'll talk about that in a minute. We'll closely monitor how many trainers leave during matchmaking and make adjustments to find a balance. We sincerely appreciate all the feedback about matchmaking. These changes are an important step forward, but we recognize there's always room for improvement. We're committed to providing the best possible experience. Please don't hesitate to share your thoughts with us, blah, blah, blah. Continue to enjoy Pokemon Unite. Whoa! Okay, where to begin? First off, MMR is a system that most games use, and I would say getting rid of it entirely doesn't necessarily have to be the solution, but this does aim to make the system in the game a more clear indication of where you are at skill-wise, especially once you actually get to about 1400, right? Because then it's an even win-loss. So basically, for the longest time, if you've been a high-ranked player in this game, you are being paired with low-ranked players in this game kind of consistently to balance out matchmaking. Now they are trying to more closely tie you based on your actual master rank rating rather than your matchmaking rating. This is confusing to think about it that way because they're kind of the same letters, right? But now, if you're 1600, it's going to be a lot less likely that you're paired with someone 1200. And you will see some games where you are full on 1600 and you are paired with multiple like 1200 rating players. And especially given that the win-loss is not as forgiving, it's actually going to be quite a bit harder to climb ranks. So once you're in 1600, you've been climbing at an even win-loss trade for a while. That's a lot of games that you need to trade. Like, you need to do significantly well to climb up. It's actually going to make hitting 1600 a lot more difficult, and I wonder if they're going to change the rewards you get for hitting 1600. Like, I wonder if they'll lower that to 1400 perhaps. The time changes. Let's just talk. Okay, so the time changes are one of the biggest things. And what this is amazing news, obviously. I will say this, okay? Part of me wonders if this is just how China does it and we're like just switching over to that. If so, that's another point for the game could be moving towards global global merge, which I hope is going to happen. But okay, matchmaking time changes. This is going to be without question the most important part of this entire equation for the developers and for us as a community. It's going to be how long people will sit and wait for a game that is better match made. And I hope the community sits and waits a little bit longer for a better game. What I do worry about is the fact that this is a change that should have been implemented 2.5 years ago when the game was considerably more popular than it is right now. So you wouldn't actually be stressed out about these changes and the matchmaking times wouldn't be that bad. In some regions of this game, like EU, OC, things like that, like there are some regions that this game is not as popular as it has been. And I do worry that their matchmaking times might get kind of nutty. And I wonder if they will start to stretch the master rank rating number, your like internal number, or I guess it's not internal anymore. You're showing your master rank rating. I wonder if they'll stretch that more in those regions, because if they don't, we could have some really long game times for certain players. But I mean, I got to say, I'm shocked. I can't, I don't know what the next piece of news coming from Unite is. It has to be bad. It has to be bad, because every time there's something good, they give us a gut punch somehow. But the season that starts in essentially just a couple days right here is going to have a brand new matchmaking system in it. And part of me like can't even believe it's happening. I'm really excited to see what this does. And I'm really excited to have better made games. At the start of the season, it's still going to be chaos, by the way. Probably at the end of the season too, right? But I'm really excited to see what this looks like and to be paired with players who more often will be at a similar skill level. You know, you will be more often paired with players who understand what an EXP share is when you do. And you will be more often like, look, some of the players in this game who are full on trolling their teams a lot of the time, they will be more often paired with players who are full on trolling their team some of the time. I don't know what this is going to do for the overall player base. Again, big picture thoughts are, I can't believe this happened. I'm excited to see what it does. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. They fixed matchmaking. Yeehaw. Wow.